BEERUN, beer run. BEERUN, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. BEERUN, beer run.
Welcome to the Beer Run, part of the BS Beer Network, the only Saints podcast with a 2-drink minimum and takes as bad as how Derek Carr will be remembered in New Orleans.
That's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. Put toes out in.
Feel kind of bad about that one. I am the California Cajun. I am out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. And how are you doing, Will Dice?
Oh man, I am doing okay. Fresh off of this Derek Carr news and everything like that. So I'm feeling a little bit better, more optimistic about the future of the Saints now because some things are going the right way now.
I guess it depends on what you want the situation to be. Because if you want to win games, no, this was not good. Maybe if you want to win games in like 3 years, it's good, but it's not good for winning games this year.
It all depends on how you felt about Carr before.
This whole roller coaster of bullshit with Derek Carr, where I was defending him tooth and I was the last motherfucker defending Derek Carr. I'm like, man, he's actually, the stats are there. 40 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. That's pretty good. If he played another season like that, I would have been on this show being like, you know what? He's probably the second best quarterback in Saints history, probably. And then he tried to jump town and tried to get a raise and then tried to get traded. And fuck you, Derek Carr. I stood up for you, you son of a. It's fine. And then the guy who wouldn't take a pay cut in Oakland, Vegas, whatever, wouldn't take a pay cut here, got paid top dollar every day, and all of a sudden he's just going to give back $30 million? Really?
Hey.
Really?
I like it, though. I like it.
Yeah, you can like it all you want, but I don't buy it. I
think we're going to have a good show to discuss more Derek Carr stuff.
See, I was ready to talk about 20 minutes about it. I was ready to just fucking go.
Yes, I know. I know. We're gonna talk some Derek Carr for sure. We're gonna talk about the draft because we didn't, get to talk about this. It's been a while since we, had a good conversation here, Craig, about the Saints, and so we need to talk about the future and get our predictions and everything what we think is going to happen. So.
I feel like we're missing an important part of this show, though. What are we forgetting?
Oh, it hasn't come up yet, correct? It hasn't come up yet. So
you let me know.
So yes, we will get this all going. 4 downs for you on the beer run. So hey, referees, get out there, spot the ball. Let's get this thing going.
First down, Saints.
Let's talk about beer, Craig. What you got today?
I'm so happy you asked me. As we see our picture, for those of us watching on video, of Coach Tiefers. I have right here my single favorite beer on earth. This is Stone, now Arrogant Consortia's Arrogant Bastard Ale. And I love it so much. I love it so much that my wife gets mad when I buy it because it becomes my true love when it's in this house. Oh, it's 7.2% alcohol and it's rich and it's heavy and you probably wouldn't like it. It's an aggressive beer, and it tastes good. It looks good. But there's something on the show that we value about our beers, and that is how does it sound? Like the harp of an angel. Like the harp of an angel, that sounds.
Oh, got it.
Oh, okay. What are you drinking?
All right, Craig. It's been a minute since I've went out to purchase beer, as usual. But I did purchase these beers when we were doing the show last year, and I purchased this in anticipation for the next show. It never happened. So,
yeah, my parole officer was real strict about drinking on air.
So I've got Bud Light, but not only Bud Light, Craig. We've got Bud Light Platinum. All right,
You know, I've had that. Okay.
Platinum.
All
All
right.
right, because real men drink Bud Light, Craig.
See, I want to talk smack about you drinking Bud Light, but there's literally a video of me drinking Bud Light in the beginning of this show. So it's a tough sell for me, right? I got to refilm that. It's a tough sell for me right now.
That's it.
If memory serves, that is a 6%. It's stiffer than your Bud Light. It's got a little hop to it.
Yep, 6%. That's right. That is right.
Expert.
That is it, man. So I do enjoy some Bud Light Platinum. We're feeling good tonight, baby.
Well, you are the target market for Bud Light, I'm sure. This is good. This is good. We're drinking beer. We're going to let the beer help us through what is going to be a difficult conversation about the Saints.
Yep.
It's going to help us relax.
Yep. There you go. All right. So let's go on to second down here, Craig.
Second down.
Let's talk about it. We talked about it a little bit in the intro, but Derek Carr retiring.
It's just, how much have we got to talk about this one guy, this one offseason? It's incredible. It's he's coming back. Well, do we want to replace him anyway? Okay, well, he's gonna come. Okay, well, we restructured him. Oh, okay, now he's hurt. Okay, now he's no, he's not gonna hurt. He's gonna come back and he's gonna rehab. No, he's not. He's gonna get surgery. Oh no, he's retiring and giving us $30 million back because that's not suspicious at all. There's no way that he took there's no way he got dunked off of a fucking dirt bike and twisted his shoulder up and knew he was gonna get that money taken away anyway. There's no chance that fucking
really? That's the rumor? A dirt bike did him in?
Nah, I don't know. He's from Fresno. I feel like everybody in Fresno is just meth and dirt bikes in Fresno. It's my expectation. It doesn't track, man. People don't give away money. Derek Carr has never given away money. Why is he going to start today? Why is he going to start with $30 million? He could have sat on IR and got paid $30 million to do exactly as much football as he's going to do now. And I don't know. I want to believe as a Christian that he's just out of the goodness of his heart, man, that he decided at church one day that, like, I'm blessed and I don't need this extra money. I'm going to help that team that I couldn't help on the field as much as I had hoped, but I can help their pocketbook. And I don't fucking buy that for a second at all. None.
I don't know exactly what it is for Derek Carr. What's the good part about it? Maybe it's just
it helps his image, I guess. It helps his legacy because otherwise he doesn't have one here. But
yeah.
But the people here hated him so much, unfairly so. So he got Chipotle when he came to town. Like that's not enough to hate a guy for, I mean, shit. I live in Louisiana. I had Chipotle all the fucking time. Fuck you guys. It doesn't make to have that kind of vitriol about and now and the Shough other side of it is now we'll talk about Shough draft picks, but he's going to Dragos. Like, oh, he's going to Dragos. He learned from Derek Carr. Like, I don't fucking know, man. It's the Derek Carr thing. Like, I wanted him to be good. I wanted the team to be good. When it was clear they weren't gonna be, I'm ready to move on. This is the best way for it to happen, but it's just weird. Something's fishy,
So according to Ian Rappaport, both sides gain financially by retiring Carr forgoes the $30 million guaranteed this season, and the Saints won't seek reimbursement for the $10 million roster bonus in roster and signing bonus.
No, that's dumb because he could have just collected all the rest of that money and not had to play football. Like, there's no benefit for him financially. He was going to get that money anyway. I don't get it.
So, but this definitely helps the Saints because at June 1st, we'll be able to put him on the books as a retirement and be able to split the the cap savings over 2 years there. So that's gonna be good for us. But 26, we should be clear from him, right?
And and barring anything colossally stupid fucking happening, like Aaron Rodgers coming to town or trading for Kirk Cousins, outside of anything stupid like that happening, we now have 4 quarterbacks on the rosters. Yes, 4. We'll get to that later. On rookie deals. That is the ultimate cheat code with getting out of salary cap hell, is having all your quarterbacks.
Yes.
That's the way to do it.
Absolutely. It is. It is.
Shame none of them.
What do you think about the media talked to Kellen Moore, try to get the situation of, okay, now Derek Carr is not going to be a quarterback. How do you proceed? Well, it kind of seemed like Derek and Kellen Moore never really talked.
Yeah, he was never going to play football this year. He just wasn't, between the injury stuff, and he never met, he didn't say anything when our head coach was coming out. When the Super Bowl was in New Orleans and he was the current starting quarterback for the New Orleans football team, he wasn't at any of the events.
Yeah.
Wasn't at Mardi Gras, wasn't at none of it. Like, he didn't want to be here. He wasn't going to be here. Whether it was a 6th-round pick that we begged someone to give us for him, or he got out injured and just ran out his contract. He was never going to play for us again. This is the best scenario for it. And I don't think Kellen Moore expected it to either, because he didn't seem blindsided at all by this.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, maybe Kellen Moore never really had plans for Derek Carr. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that even if Carr was here, he was going to give Shucky Ducky a chance to win the job. Like, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like there was ever going to be a Derek Carr with Kellen Moore. It just didn't, for whatever reason. It never looked like it was going to happen to me. I don't know. I know the people who with actual connections and intelligence, like Nick Underhill, are going to tell us differently, but I never saw it.
Okay. I want to see what this did to the dang on win total for the Saints.
It was already bad. We cratered, man.
Right.
I think we were 6 and we're at like 4 now, something like that.
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good.
So if you were, let's see, hold on. No, this is different from FanDuel.
This is a damn fine beer. I know you're busy right now, but I'm making love to this beer in the garage.
Yeah, I have to try to find something different, but yeah, man.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, we're not going to win as many games as we would have with Derek Carr.
Okay, BetMGM has the win total at 6.5.
Currently?
Yeah.
All right,
this
fuck yeah.
May 9th, as of May 9th.
Oh.
Do it that way. As of May 9th.
They got that away. But, I don't think that's unreasonable. It all comes down to Kellen Moore. And the thing that no one's talking about is our defensive coordinator coming in, too. Dennis Allen was a wonderful defensive coordinator and horrible head coach. And I really wish I didn't have to keep talking about him, but here we are. And the guy that we're running, Brandon Staley, is that his name? He's fantastic. Yeah. He's a genius on the defensive side of the ball. He couldn't be a head coach very well. He is the Dennis Allen thing. So a great coordinator that can't be a head coach. Like, I'm fine with that. I'm not asking him to be a head coach, until 10 years from now when Coach Tiefers moves on to he retires and then unretires to go coach the Broncos, and then our defensive coordinator takes over without interviewing anybody else for real, and then we'll just be back in the same vicious cycle. God, I hate being a Saints fan.
But looking at different sports books.
Maybe not this year, but defense is going to be good. It's going to take a couple of years, but we're going to get there. The defense is going to be good.
Let's see. FanDuel has Saints 5.5 wins. BetMGM also has 5.5 wins right now. So those are the win total odds there.
Hey guys, hit the under.
Five and a half? You going under 5.5, Greg?
Maybe we'll touch on this in the futures play.
Yeah.
I think some shit's gonna have to happen. I think it might. There's a good chance that stuff happens, but I'm so jaded right now, man. I'm so broken. The Saints have broken me so badly. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm a Saints fan living in Los Angeles. So I see Rams bullshit all over the place. I see Lakers stuff. I got Dodgers going on around me. And I'm like, oh yeah, and the Saints just lost their mediocre quarterback, and now they have Spencer Rattler under contract. And oh God.
Oh, that reminds me of something I saw that I need to bring up here.
Was it whiskey? I could use some of that.
Oh, let's see if I get it in. All right. Let me try this in. Okay. So this was on WDSU when they got Saints fans' reaction of Derek Carr's retirement here. Okay. Sure. WDSU played this.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I had to get off the line because everybody's phone went off at the same time. I thought it was like a weather advisory or something, but no, it was a message from God himself. All thing we need next is Mickey Loomis gone. That's pretty much it.
There we go. We're looking for Mickey Loomis. That's the next step.
Mickey Loomis doesn't get any credit for the good stuff he's done, and he gets hit for all the dumb things he's done. But yeah. Mm-hmm. I want to ask. This is kind of Mickey Loomis adjacent. I want to ask, when Ramczyk and Armstead and Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara and Drew Brees were all playing together, and they were all playing at a high level, and all of them were due for contracts. And Mickey Loomis and Kai Harley, they found a way to pay all those guys and keep those guys together. And we had a Super Bowl window from 17 to like 20. You guys were fine with it then. And it was because we were good. That's why we're in salary cap hell. We were paying good money to good players. You know why we're not in salary cap hell now? We don't have any good players to pay. It's a good thing to have a shit salary cap because you're paying good players. God damn it.
Honestly, man, like a lot of those contracts are coming to an end. Cam Jordan is coming to an end.
That's sad.
Mario Davis coming to an end.
Hey, I got into it on Twitter with Cam Jordan today about how much a grown man should be able to bench press. So, you know, he's my favorite player currently because he noticed me on Twitter.
Yep. Taysom Hill coming to an end. That's also an interesting conversation because what happens with him? He's 35-year-old coming off ACL injury.
Does he play again? Does he play another snap?
Yes. Does he play again? That's an actual question.
Because his entire skill set is being more athletic than other people. And generally, you need ligaments in your knees to be athletic. And you generally don't heal from those when you're 35 and been used as a battering ram for the last 10 years. Taysom Hill, one of the most fun players to watch in Saints history, should get Ring of Honor considerations, man, but I think it's done. I think there's a reason they didn't restructure him. There's a reason Kellen Moore is not talking about, meeting with him and putting stuff in the offense for him. Like, I think it's over. I think the Taysom Hill experience, the Taysom Hill experiment, I think it's over, man. I think it's gone. And don't
right
cry.
Now he is the winningest quarterback we have on the roster.
It's a horrible. That's a horrible thing. Oh God, we have a combined 0 wins from the other 4 quarterbacks on the roster. But only 6 losses. Only 7 total losses of all the quarterbacks on our roster. 6 for Rattler and 1 for the one that Haener started. Why in the hell was Rattler able to have 6 losses and Haener only got 1/2 of a game and then got pulled? I don't get that. I don't know.
I watched Jake Hayner, and I was like, he needs to go to UFL.
Well, I watched some Rattler does a little jump pass against the Packers, gets a bunch of highlights, and also didn't score a single point in that game. So fuck off. Oh God, I'm tired. I was hyped about Rattler, and then I watched him play football, and I'm done. I know his whole line was hurt. He didn't have any wide receivers. I don't care. I'm an angry drunk.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
Third down for what?
Talk about the Saints draft. First off, how did you feel about the draft? During the draft, after it was over, all of that.
All right, so for anyone who's never seen this show before, hi, welcome. And if you have seen the show before, you know that I love me some big uglies, and that I am, in fact, both big and ugly. And I resonate with all of that. We went offensive line in the first. We went defensive line in the third. I am pleased as punch. I like both those players. They're both from Texas. I respect that program. It's, technically SEC, but it's a big boy school no matter what. I love that offensive lineman we got, Banks Jr. I think he's fantastic. I think he's going to start one of those three spots, and I don't care where, because no matter where you put him, it means that we have some other answers everywhere else, and I think that's great. I like that D lineman too, Broughton. I like the Shough pick, but I only like the Shough pick because Kellen Moore likes the Shough pick, and I'm going to assume that Kellen Moore knows more about quarterbacks than I do, because I despise quarterbacks. They're all lying douchebags. But I think like legit by the end of this season, we're going to have 5 starters from this draft. That's how I really feel. Part of that's because our roster is getting a little weak and old, but I think Kelvin Banks Jr. is going to start. I think Shucky Ducky starts week 1, frankly. I think Broughton's going to be at least a rotational guy, if not a starter. I think we're going to start that corner that we drafted from Louisville. Is it Riley? I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this.
I think Stutzman, that linebacker from Oklahoma, that's so fun. I think he's gonna be pushing for playing time between Werner, who can't stay healthy, and Demario Davis, who's 150 years old. I think he's gonna be playing. Man, there's a lot of sneaky good picks that I think are gonna see real time in their first year. Like, this could be a really good draft. It could be terrible. It could be fucking like 2 years ago where I thought we had 4 starters and then A.T. Perry cut for being a jackass. Something like that. Did I ever say why they got rid of him? Because that was dumb thing. Guy gets like 4 touchdowns in a 3-game span. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, fuck off. God damn it, Dennis Allen.
But all I know is with the dude from Harvard or whatever made the squad at wide receiver, and he got cut. To me, that told me all I need to know.
Oh, we'll get to that later. But yeah, I feel good about the draft class. I feel better about it now than during, because during you want one of the shiny toys, Like I wanted the running back from Boise who's probably going to flame out because he's got too much tread on it, not too much wear on tear on him. I wanted that receiver from Arizona who doesn't like football very much and he's going to be a bust. I wanted that tight end from Penn State who wasn't even the first tight end picked and he's going to bust because he's too frail. I don't know. I'm already convincing myself that all these guys are going to bust because we didn't get them. But it was like, the new offensive head coach. He wants offense. He's going to want firepower, and he made the smart pick, and he bolstered the offensive line. The offensive line could be really fucking good. Healthy.
I hope so.
But that could be the strength of the team. And if you have one position group that is the strength of your team, that's the one that can lead you to success better than any other group. And I would love that. I would love that.
Young quarterbacks behind a good offensive line. That I like that.
That's the other guy, Neal, the running back from Kansas. He's going to see. The only guys ahead of him on the roster are an ancient Alvin Kamara, who's still amazing, and a guy who can't stay healthy and maybe should have been not picked instead of a guy from Tulane. It's not important. We're not getting into that right now. But like the path is there for him to play. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not going to kick him off the roster. You know, as much as I love the law firm, he's 100 years old, and didn't he have PTSD or something last year? No offense to the guy, but like,
He did. He did. To me, one of the more interesting picks was the 3rd round pick, also from Texas, Vernon Broughton.
Yes.
The reason why I think it's interesting is just because the Saints hired a new defensive line coach, former Texas defensive line coach and LSU defensive line coach. And this is a guy I know he recruited.
Mm-hmm.
And Bo Davis is a defensive line coach that I respect a lot. And if he wants this player from his former class, then I say yes, bring him in, plug him in, switching into a 3-4. I mean, how much 3-4 are we actually going to play?
Well,
also, that's the thing.
NFL, you're a nickel like every other down, so like
right,
not a lot, but
right. But when we are in a 3-4 and running a big nose tackle out there, we've got some options. Shaugh from the Patriots. Now we've got this rookie here, so we got some options here. So
yeah, I mean, there's on paper at least there's some pieces, like we still have Chase Young, who's going to be probably standing up as the rushing 3-4 guy. When the nickel is going to come down. Still have a Cam Jordan who played pretty well last year. I know he's 100 years old, but he played pretty well at the end of last year. The Brazil had 6.5 sacks last year. Couldn't play the run, but we'll get to that later. Like there's pieces. There's I don't know what the fit is yet. But maybe they do. Maybe they have a plan, and if they do, that would be real cool, and it'd go a long way towards my whole prediction of us being good.
Yeah. Any thoughts about undrafted rookie free agents that you're excited about?
Absolutely none. I hate the whole UDFA process. It's so stupid. None of them are going to make the team, except maybe the punter, which he shouldn't, because we should bring Morstead back for another year, because punters don't matter. Who cares?
They brought in 11. Got a punter from Alabama.
He's good. That's the one guy of the UDFAs I think might make the team. God damn beer guys.
One of the ones I've been hearing a lot about was Jasheen Davis, the edge from Wake Forest, 6'3", 255 edge rusher. Started 32 games, matching 51 tackles for loss, 25.5 sacks.
He's going to have to push the other edge that we drafted out of Syracuse.
Yes, he's a draft pick, the 7th round pick.
So for him to make an impact, he's going to have to jump over a guy that we used a draft pick on, and for him to make the team, he's going to have to jump over guys we're already paying. So like
Diggs.
Diggs, there it is.
Is he part of the Diggs brothers?
No, unrelated. Okay. But that'd be cool, right? No, people are raving about him. If anybody who listens to Locked On Saints, Ross Jackson won't shut up about him, and I love Ross, so good for him. But it's going to be who fits in that scheme better. It's a brand new position that we've never drafted or gone after in free agency because we didn't have it, and now we do. It's going to be if any of these guys fit that spot better, they're going to make the team.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that's the ones I think probably has one of the better shots. Maybe this SMU wide receiver, Moochie Dixon, 6 feet, 187 pounds. Yeah. He ran a 4.3 in a 40 at the pro day. So
little fast guys. I think that's why. Why can't I remember this guy's name? Pope, the wide receiver we just signed, the older guy who was on the Browns. He had 800 yards on the Browns, and then he got cut by somebody.
Oh, Peoples Jones.
Yeah. We signed him yesterday, and he's 6'2" something.
Yeah, he's a big receiver from Michigan.
Yeah.
He did play a few years with the Browns. He tried out with the team during rookie camp, so that was
and we
cool.
signed him, I think yesterday. So And that's what we've been saying we needed. We needed a big-bodied guy. Apparently, he's a great run blocker in the slot. And, Kellen Moore, he was really quarterback happy early on. And then last year, obviously, he had Saquon Barkley, so we leaned into that, So if the idea is to run the ball a lot, that's a great opportunity to make the team if you can block your ass off playing on the slot. Downfield blocking is the single sexiest thing on earth, and that includes Margot Robbie.
Also, the Saints signed a undrafted rookie free agent quarterback, Hunter Deckers.
Yeah.
Former Iowa State quarterback.
So, I wouldn't have bet on him making that team. Really just, and you had to cut a guy to put him on there, so it was really quite the gamble. You could say he really rolled the dice with that one. He got suspended for gambling. Did that come across yet? Anybody?
Okay, gotcha.
Up here? Okay, cool. So he got busted for underage gambling or some stupid thing because everyone has FanDuel on their phones now and who gives a shit.
So yeah, that's something that the NCAA is going to repeal. They're going to change that rule and allow them to gamble because I guess they're tired of enforcing this crap.
It's impossible to enforce. It's dumb. It's waste. They let us lose our money. They let these guys waste their money too. It's fine.
That's it. Equal opportunity losers, man.
Yeah. If I can blow my mortgage payment before my wife finds out about it because I really thought that the Astros were going to lose, and they were up 3 in the 9th inning or something like that, then they should be able to lose their, NIL money too. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
We're going to talk about the future Saints this season. We already talked about the win-loss total predictions at 5.5, according to Vegas and everything like that. What say you, Craig?
Man, 5.5 is a good line because I really, I feel like 5 is a good number for if you're going to start a rookie quarterback. You're going to have a good O-line, hopefully. All right, so I'm going to work under the assumption that everything that I think might happen or will happen happens. O-line's good. Kamara is good. The receivers are fragile but talented early on. The quarterback will improve as the season goes, as most rookies do. And the defense is going to struggle probably the whole year because we don't have the guys for this scheme yet. The guys we do have are old as shit. And, it's going to be a process. So I think that we're going to score some points. Middle of the season is going to be the sweet spot because quarterback's going to get better, and then people are going to start getting hurt. So we're gonna start off slow. We're going to win a few in like October, like we used to do, and then we're going to fall off a cliff when people start getting hurt because old guys get hurt, and that's part of the problem with being old. Not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. That kind of thing. So I think 5 is a good number if people stay healthy and the defense is fine. Maybe you get 6, 7, 8. Ooh. But the defense falls apart and the quarterback gets hurt because, I guess all the quarterbacks kind of suck or shuck in this case. If the O-line hurt again, if the O-line gets hurt the way it got hurt last year, if Eric McCoy goes down for more than a game, we're picking first next year, and you got to decide if Shough is worth passing over a new quarterback because this team could fall. But I think the defense is the real problem. If you have an O-line, you have Alvin Kamara. You can win a couple of games with an O-line of Alvin Kamara. Period. You can do that. You can make that. You can win a football game or two like that. But if that O-line gets hurt, you're going to fall off a fucking cliff, man.
Yeah. Right.
That's
mostly everybody. They have that problem. It's shortage.
Yes.
Shortage out there.
But we're special and unique, and only us are the important ones. That's, Everyone else has their own. Just us.
So my issue with the 5.5 is I know Mickey Loomis. Mickey Loomis, he is not going to just give up. There's no rolling the tanks out for the Saints. We're not rolling out tanks.
Asante Samuel was in the building yesterday.
Asante Samuel was in the building. Exactly. They're looking to update the team still. We are not throwing up the white flag. So 5.5 could be a little low.
with the personnel on this defense, I don't think we have to run up the white flag. We're going to lose all on our own. We don't need to try. It'll just happen. Just like one of my favorite players of all time from college into the NFL is the Honey Badger. I was watching, it was his birthday yesterday. I was watching his LSU highlights yesterday, and it made me think like, oh yeah, I remember where I was living when I was watching him play in college. Oh, that was like 6 houses ago, and like 20 years. Holy shit. Demario Davis is amazing, but you could see him lose a step last year. The Honey Badger is not as quick as he was. Adding Reed is cool. I like Justin Reed, but Cam Jordan isn't who he used to be. Chase Young's not who he was drafted to be. Like,
you know what? Let me touch on that real quick, Cam Jordan, because this is now bringing back memories, kind of bringing back full circle. You remember the last time the Saints switched over to a 3-4 defense?
Oh God!
The next thing was moving Will Smith to the outside. Will Smith on the outside standing up rushing. Is that what we're going to see from Cam this year? Because the rumor is Cam wasn't coming back unless he was going to play on the outside. He did not want to just play inside.
Well, and because he's not very good at playing inside. Like we're really easy to be like, oh, he's a tackle, but we have tackles, just move him to guard. Oh, he's an end, but he's too slow, so just move him to tackle. These are different fucking positions that people have been playing 20 years to perfect a craft at doing a certain thing, and they're not the same thing. You know, if you're spending 20 years setting an edge and working to the outside and dropping your shoulder, and all of a sudden, oh, you got to plug the 3-hole because they're bringing a double team and trying to kick you out for the ISO. Yeah, no, not the same shit, man. They are not the same fucking skill set. So yeah, of course he wasn't going to enjoy being moved inside. He wasn't very good at it. Like, I don't blame him at all for that. Oh, well, just do what the team asks you. Well, the team should ask him to do something he's good at because he wasn't fucking good at that.
We got you. All right. So here's my prediction then on the offensive side with the quarterback situation. Okay, so you guys talking about all of you Saints fans out there. We drafted Spencer Rattler last year, and all of y'all was ecstatic. And then, yeah, that's right, Craig. That's right. Talk about you. Ecstatic. All right. And then they talked about Rattler and rookie camp. It was like, oh my God, you should see the way the ball flies out of his hand. Oh man, the guy's gonna be special. He should have been a 2nd round pick. All right. That's what it was all off season. Okay.
That was a great impression of me. I feel like I was in the room. That was great.
And now you guys are doing the same thing for Tyler Shough.
It's different.
All right?
It's different.
It's different because he's a 2nd round pick.
We didn't pick Rattler in the second at the 40th fucking pick. He wasn't hand-picked by an offensive guru head coach to start his rebuild. He's, not a weird albino looking. Rattler's weird looking. Can we just say that he's kind of an ugly fucking? Can we say that? Is that a rude thing? That I don't know. I don't know what's rude anymore. We're like post cancel culture now. I don't know what to fucking get away with anymore. It's different. When Rattler came up, there was a set starting quarterback. We knew who the starting fucking quarterback was, and Rattler was going to impress people to be the backup. Now the starting quarterback is Rattler, the 0-6 5th round pick that it has more interceptions than touchdowns. That's the incumbent.
I believe, honestly speaking, I really believe just quarterback skills. I'm talking about Elite 11 camp or whatever. Okay. If you put Spencer Rattler side by side with Tyler Shough, you're going to pick Spencer Rattler every time. That's the way I feel about it. And that's how I feel what's going to happen during the season or during the preseason and training camp. Spencer Rattler is going to win this job outright to start off the season. I'm not saying he's going to keep the job.
I have a.
He's going to win the job.
I hear a beer bet.
Let's go.
I beer bet, and for those of you new to the show, A beer bet, the loser has to chug a beer live on camera the next show. I beer bet that you're chugging a goddamn beer that Tyler Shough is the week 1 starter for the New Orleans Saints. When we go to Tennessee, because we're starting in Tennessee, still leak for the schedule. Full schedule release comes out on Wednesday. We got the leak of the first week. It is Cam Ward at home against Tyler Shough because Shucky Ducky's starting week 1. Beer bet. Book it.
There we go. Got the beer bet. Mark it down, baby. We got it.
We're going to actually track of these bets this season. It's going to be great.
Yeah, there we go.
Not for our livers, but it's going to be good for the rest of us. So what's your season win total then?
So I'm going 7 wins because that's the magic number always.
7?
Snake 7.
You think we're going to win 7 games? You, Dale, think that the Saints are 2 games better than I do.
7 is always a number with the Saints.
The fuck are you? They won 5 last year. Are they better than they were last year?
I'm saying that they will be 7.
They're
Yes.
2 games better than they were last year, despite losing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's a hot.
Got it.
That is a take worse than the Dennis Allen era in Saints history. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Still the 3rd easiest schedule.
We had
according to
the
NFL.
schedule last season and we won 5 games, Dale.
According to the NFL, 3rd easiest schedule. There you go.
Not only do I predict 5 wins, I also predict that we get blown out week 1. But we got a lot of time before we can start making those bets. Wow. But that's okay, guys. Not all of us started watching in the Drew Brees era. Okay, some of us remember watching John Carney shank extra points after miraculous, lateral.
Remember.
Some of us remember just being happy that the Saints were on. And I can see the Saints game. This is fun. We lost again. Okay, well, it's still cool. This bar had NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm so happy. It's fun. Oh, the Saints lost. But Deuce McAllister at 100 yards. That was fun. That was fun stuff. We're going to have to feel that fucking way, guys. So there are going to be some weeks that we're just going to have to look for, oh, shit, Olave had made a really cool touchdown. That was a nice catch. Don't look for that one, though, because he doesn't fucking score touchdowns. That's just not his fucking skill set, apparently. But man, look at Alvin Kamara. He moved up the rank. Look at him. He might go to the Hall of Fame if he does this for another 20 years. You're gonna have to find shit like that, man. I don't think we're winning with a rookie quarterback. I think we could have won 8 games with a healthy Derek Carr. I don't think we're winning 7 games with Spencer Rattler and Shucky Ducky. I don't think so. Just don't. And that's okay, guys, because y'all wanted to rebuild. All of you motherfuckers wanted to rebuild, and here we are. You know what part of the rebuild is? Fucking losing. So I hope you're happy, because I'm not.
That's me. I'm people. I want the rebuild. Let's do it.
I have good news for you, my friend. Because this here fucking rebuild.
Okay.
But
man.
the point of a rebuild is that you're better eventually. And I think with the defensive coordinator, who is legit a really good defensive coordinator, a young cast of talent, whether it's Rattler or Shough, and it's fine if Rattler wins the job and he's good, cool. We have a good quarterback. That's all that fucking matters to me. 3 years down the line, this should be a good team. That's the plan. I think you give Shough or Rattler, whoever wins the job, you give the young quarterback and Kellen Moore 3 years. And in 3 years, if you're not a playoff team, everyone's fired. Cut the fucking head off and start over. I think
Does Jake Haener make the team?
No, I don't think so. He only has to beat out that UDFA to be the 3rd guy, right? And you carry 3, like you have your emergency 3rd.
You assume you're gonna carry 3, yeah. So he has to beat out the UDFA.
All right. Look, he made the team last year, and you dropped Derek Carr and added Tyler Shough. So, yeah, he's gonna make it as the 3rd because gambling man, junior college quarterback over here is not gonna fucking stick. It's a cool story because I got.
I'm gonna say
funds, and that's it.
I'm gonna say no. The 3rd quarterback is not on the team yet.
Oh, is it gonna be an old vet?
Probably so.
No,
Gotta get a bet in here.
What's Garoppolo doing right now? Where's that sexy bastard?
He's actually in what? He's in LA. He out there with you.
Oh, he's out here with me in LA. Oh,
Yeah.
he belongs out here in Sin City, in the city of fallen angels. That's where he belongs. It's because he looks like an angel. It's a beautiful man. I'm comfortable in my masculinity. I can say that. I bench 400. I can say that he looks a beautiful man. Beautiful man. It's fine.
All right, man. That's gonna wrap it up for us here on the Beer Run.
Oh, for the rest of the BS and Beer Nation and the boss, Dave, and to Dale for bringing this all together. He's the force behind this show. Guys, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna watch some Saints stuff. We're gonna get unreasonably excited. We're all gonna add 10 wins to our win totals. It's gonna be fun. For everybody else, I'm the California Cajun. This is Little Dice. Have a beer. It's on us.
Who that?
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.